This video is about 2 and 4. So, do you remember a video that I posted here some days ago, some weeks ago, with teacher Joey? So, that video, we've discussed about the differences the differences between 2 and 4, okay? But why am I here again? Because 2 and 4 is not that simple, okay? We tried to clarify the most. We tried to give you a quick explanation. So if you just want to know the general explanation of 2 and 4, so then you should watch that video that is here, okay? But if you want something more specific and more detailed, you want more details, so you would like to have some more details about 4 and 2, so this is the video for you, okay? So I have done this video especially for you. 4 and 2, why is this generally understood as a very difficult thing? So why do we think that 4 and 2 is generally difficult to understand? Because there are many usages, okay? So there are many kinds of ways to use 4 and 2. So to simplify, we can just say that 2 is used before a verb and 4 is used before a noun, and that's it. Or we can say that 2 is used when we want to transfer something and 4 is used when there's a benefit involved. Okay, this is nice and this explains part of this, but not totally. So that's why I'm here today. Let's talk about 4 and 2. 4 and 2, the native speakers, if you ask a native speaker, they generally say, wow, this is a difficult question, even for me. So why is it so difficult for the American guys or the English guys to explain 4 and 2? Because they generally just speak. They speak and that's it. And they don't realize why they are using 4 or why they are using 2. But if we stop and listen to them and pay attention to how they are using, so then we can get to some rules. Because who speak English as a second language, we generally need a rule. We generally need a guide to say, oh, you should use in these specific situations. And so let's do it. The first one, to transfer something. So when you are transferring something, you use to. So for example, if I take, let me see, this is a great book. Okay, this is a great book. Top Grammar. So if I take this book and I give this book to you, okay, so I am transferring something to you. So that's why I use to. And also we use to in this case because of the verb give. So we use with the verb give, the preposition that matches the verb give is to. So that's why we use the verb to. When we talk about destination or direction, so we use to. For example, next year I am planning to go to England again to study more. Or next year I will travel to United States with my family. So in this case I am talking about a destination. I am going to go to. I am traveling to. So we use to. Or for example, in this case we can say that I also use to because it's a direction of something. So I'm going to go to the direction of United States and the direction of England. So that's why I say to and not for. If you want to know about time, how to say the time in the British way and in the American way, so you should watch this video, okay? There are two videos, two good videos. One is here and the other is here. So click on this and watch this later. But just giving you a quick example. When we are saying the time, so for example, what time is it now? What time is it now? So for example, what time is it now? So look here. It's 11:58 on my watch now, okay? 11:58 is the American way of saying the time in English. But if we say the other way, so we say, oh, now it's 2 to 12, okay? So it's 2 to 12, okay? So we are saying that in 2 minutes, it's going to be 12 o'clock. So in this case, we use 2 and not 4. We don't say it's 2 for 12. We say it's 2 to 12, okay? So for time, we use the preposition to and not for. Talking about distance. So for example, from here where I am to the camera, so from here to the camera, to you, so there's a meter, okay? So the distance between where I am now and where the camera is, and basically where you are now watching to me, so is just 1 meter. So from here to there, it's 1 meter distance. When we are comparing something, in English, so for example, I generally prefer speaking to writing. So I generally prefer speaking to writing, okay? So I prefer speaking instead of writing. So that's why we use to and not for, okay? This is another usage. A reason for something. So you say, for example, I came here today to see you. So I came here today to explain the difference between to and for, okay? So this is a reason, the reason why I'm here today. Okay, Karina, but, okay, you told me that we use to when there's a reason involved. But for example, the 2 sentences, I will send this to you, or I will send this for you. Are the 2 sentences correct? Yes, they are. So in this specific case with the verb send, so we generally use send to. So I'm sending this to you. But if there's a motive involved in this situation, you can use for. So I'm sending this for you. Okay, so there is a motive, there is a benefit maybe involved. So that's why in this specific situation, you can use both. Both are correct. Okay, so we have spoken about the usage of the many usages, the many possibilities of the preposition to. So now let's talk a little bit about for. So the first usage of for is when there's a benefit involved, as I have told you already. Yes, Karina, I know you have told me about this. So exactly. So for example, I'm doing this for you. So I'm concerned about your learning. So that's why I'm doing this for you. That's why I'm explaining the differences between for and to, for you again. Okay? Okay, do you know we generally see or we generally watch serious movies, or we listen to songs, we listen to native speakers, and they generally say, I'm fighting for it. I'm fighting for it. So it means that you're doing your best, you're struggling, so you're making a lot of effort to make something happen. So you were doing something specifically for this. So that's why you are fighting for it. It's like you were fighting for it. Okay, you were looking forward for this to happen. So that's why you say I'm fighting for it and not to it. When there's a benefit or a favor involved, as I have already told you, so you say for. So I'm doing this for you, or this favor is for you. I'll do it for you, okay? Or when you see somebody saying, oh, can you do it for me? So you understand that this is correct, and the person is asking for a favor. That's why the person used for. We also use for as an identifier. For example, for all the people who are watching my video until the end, there will be a bonus. So for all the people who are watching my video until the end, there will be a bonus. Okay, so In this case, I'm using for as an identifier. So for all of us, it has been so difficult to live these times. For all of us, it's great to be here. For all of us, it's always good to learn new things, okay? So we use for and then the people that we are talking about. So this is an identifier. Another way that you can use for is for the period of time, okay? So, for example, since and for. So, I have been teaching English for 10 years. Or, I have been teaching English since 2010. So, in this case, you have two options to give the same information, but you have two different ways. So, I have been teaching for 10 years, or I have been teaching since 2010. Also talking about time for schedules. So when you are scheduling something, when you have an appointment, so you say, this appointment that I have is for September 24th. Okay, so for September 24th. So when you are talking about date and you are talking about something that is scheduled, so you use for. That's it. As I told you before too, so we use for a reason. So that's why you see in some places a big sign, oh, this place is for children. So if you go to a place and there's a playground there, so it's written a sign. These things are for children, okay? Specifically for children, because there's a motive of this. There's something related about this. And also, for example, if you go to somewhere and there's a specific area for smokers, so the other people should sit on the other place, at the other place, on the other seats, and these specific seats are for smokers, so for the people who smoke. For example, so many times during the video I've said, for example. So for is also used for example. We don't say to example, for example. We say for example. And as I have promised, there's a bonus. So this sentence. Let's complete this sentence together, okay? I need you to think what is the correct preposition to use in each of these gaps, okay? So let's do it. The example is, my sister is married, one kid. So how do we complete these gaps? Which are the correct prepositions? So should you use for, to, with, okay? As I told you, this is going to be a bonus. And the bonus is the difference in this specific sentence and how we use the correct prepositions. So in this case, the correct prepositions are to and with. To and with. So what is the correct form? Okay, so the correct form is so when you are saying that someone is married, you say someone is married to and the name of the partner. And if the person has kids, so you say with the quantity and kids or children. Okay? So this was one more quick explanation, a bonus for you, because I really care about you and about your learning process, your English learning process. If you have any questions, you can ask them here, okay? And I'll be glad to answer you. Remember to subscribe and like the video, so better and other tips are coming. Bye bye.